Welcome to another video on strategy, and this time we will talk about the company analysis. So focus in and listen to this very carefully, and feel free to watch this video multiple times. So just one word of caution, or rather clarification. The points, I'm making this video for both the online class, the one that was always online, and the one that has now become online. So the points are slightly different, but don't worry about it. Just refer to your syllabus and go by that. But the rest of the description and everything is the same. So you're supposed to have a 10 to 12 minute long video presentation. Make sure each and every member of your team presents. And I have given some guidelines on how to use Zoom to present it. If you have any questions, talk to IT. And one thing that you should remember is A, follow the syllabus, follow whatever I'm asking you to do. And B, do not, and write this down, do not make a video that is inside a PowerPoint. Why? Because then you won't be able to upload it on YouTube. So stay away from that, okay? So make a Zoom video, 10 to 20 minutes long. Make sure everybody can present it. And if all of you cannot, like in Zoom, it's very easy to set up a meeting where all your team members can be present online, and you can make a presentation that way. But if for some reason all of you can be present at the same time for the Zoom meeting, then people, you can make individual Zoom videos, but make sure you label it properly. So this way I have the proper sequence, then upload it on YouTube, and then tell me as to, okay, which is the video number 1, video 2, video 3, so on and so forth, okay? So that's the video part. And so you guys have already picked a company. So first you start off with, again, go through this, I know you can read, so that's why I'm not reading everything, but go through this and just follow it. So outline is one of you introduce the other teammates, and you could say, John is going to talk about the introduction, Mary is going to talk about vision, mission, and SWOT, and Joey is going to talk about strategy and competitor analysis, so on and so forth. Okay, that's the outline part. And the next is you are introducing the company, okay? So try to come up with an interesting story about the company, how it got started, things like that. I will give you an example. Netflix, the guy, you probably heard of Netflix, but you probably have not heard of Reed Hastings. That's the guy who started Netflix. So the story is like, he had rented Apollo 13 from Blockbuster, and for some reason he lost it, or it fell behind his couch or something. He found it after like a month or so. He went back to Blockbuster to return it. And back in the day, Blockbuster used to charge $5, okay? $5 per movie per night, okay? That seems ridiculous, because for $5, you could probably get Hulu. For 10, 15 bucks, you could get Netflix. You could stream as many movies as you want. But anyway, so Reed Hastings, $5, so per night. So he was late by, let's say, 30 days. So guess what? Blockbuster charged him $150 for Apollo 13. So he got mad, and he had recently sold one of his software company, and he had a few $100 million, $200-300 million lying around, and he started Netflix. Okay, that's the story of the company. So come up with something interesting, something awesome to catch the attention of the audience. And also, when you have that, one of the things that you also want to include is at least 2 pie charts, okay? Brief history of the company, product lines. So pie chart, so this could be one pie chart, which is, for some reason it's going away. But anyway, I'll just draw it over here. So this would be, let's say, this is how it's making money on product A, B, C, D, E, so on and so forth. Another pie chart would be where it is making its money. Let's say US, EU, Asia, North Africa, things like that. Okay, so have 2 pie charts which shows where the company is making money and on what products it is making money. Next, talk about vision, mission, and SWOT, and also talk about how closely it is following. Because sometimes the company's vision, mission statement is just a statement, they don't even follow it. So you may also want to talk about that. And the next part, this is actually an important part where you are talking about the strategy of the company, the strategy that it uses, and make sure you cover the 4 functional areas like accounting, finance, and marketing, technology, so on and so forth. So let's say, if you are talking about Amazon, you could say, how it is using technology to get a competitive advantage. And also you want to include a stock chart, minimum 5 years, make sure it is minimum of 5 years, and it has 2 competitors and S&P 500. Okay. So let me show you how you can create that chart. So first of all, go to finance.yahoo.com. So we're already there, finance.yahoo.com. And so that. So we want 5-year chart, okay? And we want to compare it with S&P 500, as I mentioned. If it's a technology company, compare it with NASDAQ. So we are comparing finance.yahoo.com, and you're typing in the name of the company. So I'm going to do that. So it's like Amazon. You don't have to know the ticker symbol. It pops up. You go there. I'm doing it again, basically. So here you will make sure you go to statistics, and you'll get some important information about the company, which is the market cap. And the interesting part is what's the profit margin, okay? You can also look at the management effectiveness, which is the return on assets, return on equity. So when you're comparing your company, which is in this case Amazon, make sure you are comparing other companies, which is, let's say, Walmart, Target, using some of the key metrics over here, okay? So you get lots of different metrics over here. You could use those, a few of those to compare. 3 to 5 is good enough to compare your company, which in this case is Amazon, with, let's say, Target and Walmart, if that's what you want to compare with, okay? So then you look at the stock chart, okay? So make sure it is for 5 years. Okay, so here we have, I'm just gonna move myself here, okay. All right, so, and then you compare. So we've already comparing it with S&P and Walmart. And again, you hit compare over here. And let's just say if I'm putting Target over here. So you can see over here, make sure that I'm just making sure that it is for 5 years. Okay. All right. So as you can see over here, Amazon is the one on top. So you would have made 500% on Amazon. And S&P 500 is 28.43%. That's how much you would have made on S&P 500. So clearly, if a company is above S&P 500, then it is above average company. And then you're looking at its competitors, which is Walmart, which is the one in purple, and then Target, which is the one in pink. And as you can clearly see that it has done way better than its competitors. Okay, so this way you can talk about competitiveness of your company. And this is something for extra points if you want to. You could also talk about some of these peaks and valleys. What could have happened? Did they change something over here? What happened for it to go down from here to here? And what did they do so that they were able to come back? Okay, or was it just a fluctuation in the market? Because see, S&P 500 also went down. Okay, but that's for extra points. You don't have to do it if you don't want to do it, but you absolutely have to include the company, competitors, 2 competitors, then the S&P 500, and make sure it is a 5-year chart. Okay, where do you go? finance.yahoo.com. Okay, so let's go back over here and then include at least 4 major concepts from relevant chapters. You know, the concepts could be any of the concepts from all the chapters, 10 chapters. So let's say one of the concepts you wanted to talk about was, let's say, you know, changes in the external environment. Okay, look at what's happening. Coronavirus. Is it good for Target, Amazon? And you could talk about and justify your answer. Then finally, you talk about your opinion about the future and the competitiveness of the company. What do you think? Is the company doing the right thing? Is it on the right track? And finally, how many points do you expect? Okay, so to recap, make sure each and every person in your team is presenting, but only one person needs to submit it on Blackboard. Then make sure you come up with a good story, fun introduction. Then you have your vision, mission, and SWOT. Also, feel free to include charts and graphs and figures to support your points. Then strategy and competitor analysis and stock chart, and comparing your competitors on key metrics, and 4 concepts, and then finally conclusion and how many points do you expect. All right, so thank you again for watching. All the best for this assignment, and hopefully you stay happy and stay healthy. Right. See you in future videos. Bye.